Hello.
Hello, Bert. You're a
You
little
doing, my
early, and I received the email and I started to do something else. So let me see here. Trying to, okay, there's a recording.
It's recording.
It is. Uh-oh. I'm going to go live on Facebook now. So if you would tell me, Bert, what?
So are we live? Are we live?
We are live. We are
On
live
Facebook.
on Facebook, yes.
This is Ernie's first show.
This is my first show with interviewing somebody else.
And I'm honored to be here, by the way. Thank you, Ernie, for letting me be the first person to be on your show. So I'm looking forward to this interview.
Well, thank you very much, Bert. I am pleased and honored to have you as a guest on my interview show. And I would like to start by asking you what accolades you have. Who were your mentors and who did you share the stage with?
Well, you know what would be really nice? Could I show a video to the people in your audience?
I think that would be wonderful. They would love to see.
Let me go ahead and let me cue that up real quick so I can share a video that really breaks down exactly what I've been doing for all these years. I've been speaking for over 27 years all over the world. And I shared the stages with some of the greatest speakers on our planet, entertainers and so forth. But let me go ahead and put this up real quick. And then that way they can actually get an idea on who Bert is. Here we go. No. Here we go. Technology always.
Yeah, I'm looking to adopt a 3-year-old myself so I can learn this technology myself.
All right, here we go.
The following is rated R for results and may not be suitable for the negative mind. Bert Oliva is an international orator, as well as a renowned authority on leadership and human behavior. For over 2 decades, Bert Oliva has touched the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. He speaks around the world about his experiences, and his teachings have enchanted audiences all over the world, showing them the power of mind over matter. Bert has a dedicated social media following and an impressive online influence few possess.
People are looking for that edge, you know?
And you know who's going to get us there?
You tell me.
Bert Oliva.
Hi, Bert Oliva.
Bert Oliva.
Enabling him to communicate with all kinds of audiences.
Considered the voice of inspiration and motivation.
He has developed many programs, recorded audio CDs, and written books, all of which to help those ranging from individuals to corporate and Fortune 500 companies. He has dedicated his life to speaking all over the globe and met some of the most influential and powerful people in the world.
Okay, let's go.
He has also coached highly successful business executives and politicians.
To influence millions of people around the world.
Make it
We're
happen.
making it happen.
Bert Oliva is a success and the father of humanology. So get ready to learn tools that will help you tap into your potential. Get ready to connect and be part of a positive, world-changing mission. Get ready to have an experience you won't soon forget. Please help me welcome Bert Oliva.
That's wonderful, Bert. I think that says it all.
That's pretty much it. That's why I tell people, let me just show you the video.
That's beautiful. I will tell you that I admired you and liked what you had said from the first time I met you a year and a half ago. And it took until now or shortly thereafter to connect with you on a personal level. And I'm very happy that I did. So I would like to know, and so would my audience would like to know, Bert, a time when you were down in your life, when you knew that the path you were on was not the right path and you made a choice to change. Tell us about that, please.
Yeah, I would have to go back to like 2013. Right about that time, my mom passed away. And for those people that don't know me, I I'm a Cuban immigrant that came to the United States when I was 11 months old. Never had a father, no grandparents, no brothers or sisters. My mom was my world, and she passed away. And then I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. I also got sued that year for over $800,000. I mean, yeah, $800,000. And I won the lawsuit, but that's not the point. Everything was happening at one time. I lost a lot of business in 2013. And then I was even cyber bullied, believe it or not. And on top of all that, you know, at that precise moment in my life, I felt a little bit hopeless and a little bit depressed. And I knew I needed to get out of the rut. So it all happens. No matter what level of success you're in, you're going to go through these things in life. I call it like riding a roller coaster. You know, you go up all the way, you finally make it to the top, and then the ride begins, right? And that's what life is all about. But in 2013, that's when I took my biggest hit as of yet in my life, and that's really, I'm hopeless and depressed. And so it's a condition that we all have and we all go through. It's just not staying there. It's really what's important.
That's awesome. I want to ask you something, Bert, that I haven't included in my questions to you.
Good.
What is your favorite actor or actress?
My favorite actor and actress would be, well, actress, there's so many. But I'm a little old school. So I really like, when it comes to actors, the one I really like would be like Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. And a little bit closer to this time would be Christian Bale. And they're method actors. These guys are really have, you know, honed in on their craft. And that's what I'm all about. You know, everyone has potential to be great, but only those people that really work on their craft and become expert in their industry are the ones that really make it to the top. And I really admire those three guys.
That's great. That's awesome. I'll share some stories with you later about Al Pacino and what I know about him as well. First, my audience wants to know, what choices did you make in 2013 to dig yourself out of that rut to become successful again?
Basically, I had to go back to the basics, right? That's what I tell people all the time. A lot of times we have all these recipes of success that we've built in our life through certain situations and circumstances that happen. It kind of builds the character to get you ready for what's about to happen in your life. So at the end of the day, what I had to do, the basic thing is go back to a routine, go back to, you know, getting back on a routine, knowing that life is not over, that things were just happening and you need to be able to handle them. And at the end of the day, also making sure that, you know, just like I said, going back to a routine, going back to the tools that have worked for me to get me to where I was in 2013 or 2012. You know, I was on top of my game. You know, traveling the world, making an incredible amount of money and building wealth, and everything happened. And overnight, just one thing trickled into another one. So if you were able to do it once, you can definitely do it the second time around. So what I tell people is that life is full of recipes. Not, you know, to look up and admire other people is okay, and learn what, you know, systems they've built in their life, and then try to figure out what your system is. And I know my system. I know what gets me going. I know my recipes and my rituals. And I just went back to that, and it got me out of the rut. It didn't happen overnight. It took some time, but it happened. And then I'm back on my game again.
It's beautiful to know that when you wake up in the morning that you have tasks and goals that you work towards that will get you to your final goal. And like you, and we've discussed this in the past, audience, that I've got to say that Bert has the same philosophy, or similar to mine, that he will not make an action in business unless it moves him closer to his goal and the goal of his clients. Is that true? Is that a true statement?
Yeah, it's not only business, also relationships, right? So you have people in your life that I tell people, Ernie, this is, my phones are going crazy. This is the thing. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. It is what it is. Enjoy it for what it is. A lot of times we as human beings don't want to let go of those people. And I tell people, you know what? Sometimes that person in your life that's not really guiding you in the right direction is taking the space of another person. It's taking the space of multiple people. So what I tell people, very simple, you have to love your family, but choose your friends. And what that means is that, you know, your family, you're not going to change. At the end of the day, they're going to judge you. The world's going to judge you, but it doesn't matter. You need to go ahead and follow your dream. We were put on this earth for a purpose. And you need to find what your purpose is. It may not be what it is that I'm doing. It may not be what Ernie's doing. At the end of the day, what is your purpose? Live life to the fullest. Most people don't do that, especially now with the social media thing that people are doing. They're living other people's lives. It used to be pretty bad, Ernie. Before there were reality shows. Now it's gone to a whole different level with social media. So you open up your social media, people are only showing you what they want you to see. So at the end of the day, you feel like a failure. These people are traveling the world. They're getting on all these wonderful stages. They're doing this. They're selling widgets. They're billionaires. But what's really happening in their life? You know, did they go through one of those downfalls like I did in 2013? You know, of course they are. They're just not sharing that with you. And at the end of the day, we're all human, you know, but yes, be very selective on the people you surround yourself with, especially if you have a certain goal in life and you know where it is you want to go. And a lot of times you just don't want that shift. The one thing that's constant in life is change, and how you adapt to change is what makes you successful.
You're exactly right, Bert. In fact, 95% of the people on this planet do not even know or are unaware that they have a choice, that their best thinking got them to where they are today. And I remember Angie Andrews, the comedian, who used to tell me right to my face, he'd say, Ernie, your best thinking got you to where you are today. I used to take that as an insult.
But it's true.
It is true. It is very true. And I was able to overcome that by continuous learning and meeting mentors and, you know, getting together with mentors. And, you know, most people don't know this, but of course I had a brain aneurysm and a stroke about 7-8 months ago. And people were telling me to slow down. And I refused to slow down. And I did when I had to, but I wanted to push forward because I knew there was light at the end of the tunnel, and I found that light. And you can too. Bert, if people wanted to reach out to you, where can they connect with you?
Well, that's real simple. Go ahead. Yeah. First of all, I want to celebrate you for doing the things that you're doing even after a stroke. Most people give up before they even have the stroke. At the end of the day, you're never too old and you're never too young to start. The problem is people wait too long to get started. Then they live life. At the end of their lifetime, they're like, I should have, would have, could have. Don't live with regrets. Give it a shot. What's the worst thing that happens in your life? You fail? Okay. Eventually you will figure it out. But most people give up way too soon. Look at this man right here. Ernie just had a stroke 7 months ago. He's back on his game. He's building his craft. He has his first show going up, and people are still thinking about creating a show. So maybe, you know, you see some of the recording and you see that we started a little too early. We didn't know what we were doing. That's okay. But now, a year from now, this man blows up. Everyone wants to be on his show. And at the end of the day, they're like, well, you know, how come he made it? Because he started. You have to start to be great. It doesn't just happen overnight. And most people hesitate. They want to do it so perfect that they don't get started. You know, and I know Ernie, you know, we work together. And one of the things that Ernie has taught me, or not only taught me, but I've learned through his experiences, he learned how to play drums like some of the best players in the world by ear, by just giving it a shot, you know, and eventually he became great. And to this day, he's always saying that one day he's going to be a rock star. Well, that he's still alive. As long as he's alive, he can become a rock star. You know, but in our mind, it's like, oh, no, you're too old. Why? Look at some of the old rock stars, Ernie, like Van Halen and Kiss and all these guys, especially Kiss. They go back on tour. Those guys are not young anymore. So there's no such thing as I'm too old. The only problem that people have is they don't get started. Stop waiting for it to be a perfect time. So like, for example, Ernie, look at what he's doing. I hope you guys support him and support what it is his journey, like what I'm doing. We all support each other. That's what it's all about. If you want to be successful in life, you got to support other people, not just wait till you get to a certain level and then decide to support people. Do it in the process. People love success stories. Share what it is you're going through. And eventually when you get there, they'll be able to have a legacy, something to follow and say, you know what? I remember when he first started. So with that being said, Ernie, you mentioned, how do they get in touch with me? I have here real simple. My name is Bert Oliva, B-E-R-T, Oliva, not Olivia. And you can follow me on your preferred social media, or just go ahead and link on to meetbert.com, and you'll have a landing page which will take you to your preferred social media and to some of the things that we're doing. It's very simple. I made it very simple so people can actually follow.
That's great, Bert. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I will have a link on my YouTube channel underneath this video so that you may be able to connect with Bert. If you choose to do so, just have a conversation with him and see where it goes. And for mine, I have now ErnieMeyerLive.com, where I have my free offers. And you're under no obligation to go any further than the free offers. And one of the free offers is a live video so that you can promote yourself. Tell me when you were down. Tell me how you crawled out. Let the audience know that you are a rock star and a superstar as well. You can design a life, or you can live your own dream. You can do whatever you want in life. Believe me, I've done it. And I've made lots of money, and I've lost lots of money. So now I've made lots of money, and I know how to keep it. And I want to help you do the same. Bert, it was a pleasure speaking with you. And
Well, before I go, can I leave one message to your audience real quick?
Please do.
Okay, first of all, you are great. You are unstoppable. You need to go out there and not allow other people's opinion of you become your reality. Go out and make it happen. Go live your dream. If there's one message that you heard in this interview that you like, hear it again. You need to hear it at least 6 times. Share it with other people that might need to hear this message. But don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. You can always give in. You can always give out, but don't ever give up on yourself and on your dreams. I'm going to leave you with my quote, the quote I live by: live life, don't let life live you. My name is Bert Oliva, Cuban born, American made.
And I'm proud to be an American.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I have to tell you, Bert, that it was a pleasure speaking with you. Oh, and my story about Al Pacino. You know, he was fired, and they wanted to fire him from The Godfather. And
Yes.
the producers said, no, I want to keep him. And he fought the producers like crazy. And Al Pacino was even ready to quit. And they were going to replace him with Robert Redford. And Al Pacino stuck it out. And what did that do? Performed and
To add to the story, Francis De Coppola, who was a producer of The Godfather, really believed in Al Pacino.
That's right.
And they stuck together. No one else wanted him. But because he did it, it transformed his life. That's really what made Al Pacino, who's Al Pacino, we know as Al Pacino from Scarface and all these great movies, and all these great movies that he's been in. Any Given Sunday is one of them that I really enjoy too. But at the end of the day, it's your opportunity is there. It's going to show up. When it shows up, just go after it. Don't give up. That's a great story, Ernie.
Oh, it's wonderful. It really is. So I want to bid you adieu, and I'll see you later on in the day. And I am looking forward to connecting with you even more, Bert. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for being on our show.
Thank you very much, Ernie. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.